welcome back for another exciting episode of Javier in the Air. So, this is a very special podcast that I'm doing today. It has two items to it, and there's not much else to it. It's fairly long, but if you are really interested in pumpkin beer, this is the one for you. So, I put together a couple of friends of mine, and we decided to do a pumpkin beer panel tasting. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that in a minute, but I wanted to add this up front. I also made a nice lemon lime cake with a layer of cream cheese and fresh strawberries on it. So I wanted to do that first, and so I'm going to get to that real quick, play all three of them in a row, and I have to apologize. One of them may be rotated. I'm trying to see if I can fix that. And then we'll get to the pumpkin beer tasting, and that will be it for this show. So before I get to any of that, please remember that if you like my show and you want to see more of it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if anybody wants to send me any pumpkin carvings that they did for Halloween, I still have not finished judging yet to see what the best pumpkin is. So if you have any, please send them to me, and I will post on the post Halloween podcast next week. And there will be a prize, a gift card prize. So if you are still interested, please send. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get to the lemon lime cake, and then I'll come back real quick and we'll finish up with the pumpkin beer panel tasting. All right, thanks. Hey, everybody. Baker Hav here. Today I am making a lemon lime paleo cake. So what I did was you take a lime and a lemon, and I know they're pretty tart, but you want to remove a little bit of the bitterness of it. So you put it into a pot, into a pan, or into a pot. So water's covering just the top of them, and you bring it to a boil, and then you take it down and let it simmer for about an hour. So once you finish simmering, after an hour, you take them out. Be sure in advance, if you want to remove the seeds, it's probably for the best. So then what you do is you throw that into a food processor and you blitz that up so that it's really blended as good as possible at that point. Then you add 6 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of, they recommend coconut flour. I'm using this Bob's Red Mill Paleo Baking Flour, and then half a cup of your sugar alternative. I'm using pure cane, as I've been using in these past couple of episodes, and I hope you've been enjoying it. And so now I'm going to just blitz it for a little while longer, and then I'm going to put it into my pan. It's not that much, so I'm going to put it out so that it comes out like a sponge cake. So I'm going to try it as good as possible. So I'm going to blitz it for a few more seconds, and then I'm going to bring it back over here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my greased pan. I set my oven for 325 degrees. You're supposed to let this cook for 35 to 40 minutes, but you know how Javier's oven is, so it'll probably take a bit more. So let's go ahead and get this into the loaf pan. And the reason why I'm using this low pan, like I said, there's not a lot of the batter to it, but I also want to make this as thick as possible, because what I want to do is something a little different that they recommend on the page as well. So I'm going to bring this in here. And by the way, I hope you're enjoying the videos and the podcasts that I've been doing. I hope you've been enjoying all of them. If there's something you want to see me bake on here, by all means, please let me know, and I can do that. I have been baking paleo style for a while now over the years, and I just got back into it, so it's a little bit, there's all new flours and recipes out there, so I've been trying different ones. So now I have it into my loaf pan. nice and settled, so I'm going to put it into the oven. It's ready to go. 35 to 40 minutes. I'm going to come back and let you know how it looks and how it tastes and all that, plus also what I'm going to do to finish it. So there's something that you might want to do yourself that will help remove a little bit of the tartness, even though we removed as much of it as possible when we boiled it earlier. So I want to see how this comes out. So without further ado, I'm going to throw this in the oven and I'll come back in about 35-40 minutes and let you know how it went. Okay, so here we are now, and the cake has come out of the oven. So let me turn it around. Okay, so here's the cake. Looks really, really good. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut it in half, and then I'm gonna put this cream cheese spread on there. Now the cream cheese spread is just gonna be the cream cheese, some sugar, pure cane sugar, just to add a little sweetness to it. I'm also gonna add some lemon liqueur to it, and then I'm gonna add some fresh strawberries I'm gonna cut, and I'll show you that here in a second. Okay, so here we are. As you can see in there, I put a layer of strawberries in there, cream cheese on top, and more strawberries. So I'm gonna cut this so we can take a look and see how it looks. So I'm gonna put on hold for a moment, or I'm gonna stop this and then I'll start it again so you can see it. And I'm back. So that was the fantastic lemon lime cake with cream cheese and fresh strawberries on it. It turned out real well. I gave it to the neighbors and I gave some to friends and they all enjoyed it. So I will post the recipe at the end of the podcast. Now we're going to go straight into the pumpkin tasting. And this one is quite long, so I hope everybody will stick around, especially if you like pumpkin beer, and see the great time that we had. So for everyone's note, I had James Pavlovsky on there, my brother Robert Ayala. It was his birthday, by the way, on that day, and my cousin Jesse Cruz. And then we had a special guest, Candace Coleman. She's been on the show before. She was on Nailed It, and she has her own podcast now, and she'll talk about it on the pumpkin tasting. So, without further ado, here is the pumpkin beer tasting 2020. All right. So, hey everybody, welcome to a special edition of Javier in the Air. This is our pumpkin beer panel, and we're going to be tasting quite a few beers tonight. Everybody is excited. We're all ready to get drunk and hammered. We even got our spit cup here for the horrible beer. Well, we might have to use that more than once. And so let me start off by the young lady here. This is Candace. Candace, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then go right into the beers that you have.
All right, well, my name is Candace Coleman. I actually was on Nailed It, which is a Netflix series. I was on a classic Chris Mess, M-E-S-S, and that was season 2, episode 2 of The Holidays. So if you want to watch me on that episode, it's a lot of fun. And I also started my own podcast, and it is called Wondering as Parents How to Talk WAP. And I thought it was really interesting since Cardi B came out with the WAP music video and how everybody's reactions have been with that. And it led me into the discussion, since I have two, how do I talk in this generation of WAP and sexuality and having the talk. And so I've been featuring people like my sister, who's actually a sex counselor, my mom, and me and her talking about our first experience, my friend who happens to be so it's a lot of fun. So if you want to subscribe, it's on any of the podcasts that you can rate, review, and subscribe. So check it out. Anyway, I have the pumpkin ale from Dogfish Head, which I actually used to live in Delaware, so I was really fortunate to go to this brewery. I am not your typical white girl. I don't like pumpkin. I'm an apple.
Nice.
So, but I love beer. And so normally I don't give pumpkin beers. So that's why this will be interesting. I also have my Strange Ways Brewing Company glass from Petersburg, Richmond, Virginia, because I used to live in that area too. So I wanted to give
Well,
them a
don't
shout
fill up
out.
too
He likes
much.
that.
Oh, well,
What's
there you
that?
go. I was going to say, don't fill up too much, but it looks like now you're going to have to drink most of that to get another glass.
I don't get too much of an aroma. I mean,
Okay.
it pours nice caramel. Yep, that's pumpkin. I'm trying to see what the it's 7% brown sugar brewed with pumpkin, brown sugar, allspice, and nutmeg. Okay, to be totally honest, I do like this one. And the reason I like it is because it kind of feels like it could be also fall and Christmassy. So I actually think this is pretty good.
Okay, so then on a scale
Let me
of
just
1 to 10, 1 being total garbage and pumpkin juice poison, and 10 being fantastic, it's the best pumpkin thing I've ever had in my life, what would you give the score on this beer? And remember, you have like 3 other beers, so don't burn out by getting to 10.
yeah, I give this like a 5 or a 6.
Okay.
Once again, not two. If I went to the brewery, I would most likely get their like wide awake stout. I would also probably get their 120-minute IPA, that kind of thing. I like from them. So, and it's also, the thing about it is that usually Dogfish Head is known for having insane flavors. I guess with this, I feel like it tastes any different than anything else. So I'm a little disappointed that Dogfish Head didn't try to get crazier.
Nice. You hear that, people? Disappointment. 5 or 6 stars. And now as she pounds that down very quickly, by the way, that was nice. That was nice. Now on to the next one.
Okay. This is Shipyard, and this is a pumpkin head. I will say I love the logo. I love Halloween. I love spooky things. And so that is a grabber for me when I saw it, because I was like, oh yeah, I definitely would get something. I buy stuff generally from labels and like what kind of flavors that they're going to be. Because like the standard, I like the, unique kind of, not the flagship beers. So once again, not really much flavor or smell to it. Ooh, that's this is not that pumpkin-y. This is super pumpkin-y. I'm trying to see what it's a 4.5. So it's more of like a backyard drinking beer. I would give this a 4.
If your backyard is a pumpkin patch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it also has like a weird hinted note of, I don't know, when you get the stuff from the store that smells like pumpkin, it kind of feels like there's some
almost like an artificial pumpkin, pumpkin-y taste.
Yeah, exactly. Like something that you would literally like when you think of pumpkin. I don't know. My friend had me try a Starbucks latte, and I feel like that's what kind of pumpkin that tastes like, and that tastes kind of like that. So, not a big fan.
So
this one,
well, hold on. What's your scale? What's your rating?
This is like 4, 3, 4.
Hardcore.
I don't like it. No.
I kind of like that one too. So
really?
That well, I'm not a big pumpkin beer fan, but of the ones I tried, that was the one I liked.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I guess maybe trying this one first. I just was so mellow that like trying this, all of a sudden I'm like pumpkin, and I'm like not.
Dogfish Head is amazing though, like you were saying.
Oh yeah. And it's weird. I feel like they should have done more. Like they should have added like a black pepper or like something that would have been like really weird and off the wall. That's what they're known for. So why they would be so calm with a pumpkin beer makes me feel like that they were just catering to the audience.
Just putting something out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, but this one, I love D9. D9 is a phenomenal brewery. And then this is the label. It is literally so spooky. I love it. It's an Imperial Pumpkin Ale, and it is called the Head of the Horseman. It's 10%.
Nice. Wow.
No description.
No, but that's like Ichabod Crane.
We'll go
That's
into
what it
this.
is. So cool.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Like you can see like the way that the art that they did it on the can and the way that I mean, that's cool. Like compared to like the shipyards, that's like cartoony. This one's like, you know, I'm thinking I could look at this and see like a horror movie, or I could see like a graphic novel of like this
Right.
artistry. So,
Well, at
very
10%, you might get a nightmare. So
What's the ID, man?
this actually has aroma.
it's in the message.
It's got a pumpkin-y.
I think just
It's I
Gonna taste
oh
it.
there wasn't much head there, so that'll be a
I'm out of here.
Yeah. By the way, we happy birthday to the brother there.
Happy birthday.
He finally joins. You can slide over more if you need to. Okay, go ahead, Candice. What do you got?
Okay, so this was really smooth and creamy. It has that pumpkin, but it's more like sweet potato pumpkin, so I think that's why I like this one more. But oh man, oh diggity.
Which
this
one is that
good. I like
This is the deep one.
this is the head of the horseman. Imperial
Yeah.
pumpkin. Oh, this is good. I mean, I'm not kidding you. When it comes down to it, I think this is, I'm sorry, trash. I think this one, but this D9 is amazing. I love it.
Nice. So, wow, you finished that pretty quick too. So I'm assuming that's going to be a little bit higher than the 6 you gave Dogfish.
Yeah, actually, I would give this a 9 or a 10. I would actually buy this.
Nice. You want to give it a 9.5?
Give it a 9.5. It's pretty good. I mean, I would say probably out of every pumpkin beer I've ever had, this is it. Like, this is the best I've ever had.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Also for Rob's sake, it is a 10 ABV. So we're gonna have to try to find it.
See, when I drink a beer, I want to feel like I drank a beer. I don't want to,
Yeah.
feel nothing.
Yeah.
I was just
So-
telling Jesse that earlier. I was like, Rob doesn't like that 4.5, 5. He's like, what is
It's
that?
got to
Water?
be like 7 and above.
Yeah. So
So
What is this?
he's
Yeah.
got no
Not
liquor,
even
but that's
bothering.
okay.
I agree. Well, and that's why this one, this 4.5, it's like, I'm like you said, I'm the same way. It has to be like 5 or above. Like
Yeah.
living in Colorado and then Wyoming next to us, like it was Sunday, they wouldn't serve beer, and if they did, it was like 3.5, which once again, it's like just drink water then.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
to get.
It's funny. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm like this one is. No.
Perfect. Well,
Well then.
keep drinking whatever you want now. We're going to hold off on you for the Blue Moon because we all have Blue Moon. So we're going to go over to Jesse. Jesse, just a quick review of who you are and what you're doing. And then I believe you have I think I told you 2 beers that we don't have that I gave you. One of them is Full Grown Jack. And then we'll look and see if there's another one. So go ahead and introduce yourself, and then you can start with Full Grown Jack.
Okay. I don't have near the cool introduction that Candace does, but I am cousin to Javi and Robert. I think I was on here one time. I think we discussed whiskey.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, we did a whiskey one, and it was
Yeah.
just kind of whatever I had on hand. But hey, it was awesome. The first one I'm trying is Full Grown Jack, like you said. I'm gonna go ahead, since it's Oktoberfest. I'm gonna put it in my boot.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Oh, yes. Closer. I can hang.
This one's dark.
Boot, boot, boot,
Thick
boot.
head.
Man, this is making me.
Ooh.
I know, I'm ready to drink.
All right, let's see.
That's got looks like a stout.
Man, it is.
it's got a high ABV also. I don't know. I can't find it.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's pretty good, actually. I'm not a big fan of. This is 12.1%.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
So Javi and I have had that one before. We had it recently, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
This one, I'm not sure how I like it. Hold on.
Oh, you got to keep having some more? You got to keep pouring it?
You got to pound some more.
I was going to say, you got to pound it down to get to the next beer unless you have another glass.
I've got plenty of glasses. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would actually buy that again. And I'm not a big fan of pumpkins. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, so that one, when we tasted it,
Can I see the label?
Yeah,
Sure,
sure. You
sorry.
like the label.
it was pretty cool.
Ooh, I like
Got like an old man thing on
Yeah.
there.
That's
That
tough
is a
brew-
really
tough
cool
brewery
label.
out
That's
of like the
a-
Dallas area. Real solid brewery. They make some great IPAs. I really like their stuff a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, 12.1. But the thing we noticed when Javi and I tasted it is it's not a pumpkin
It's not
beer.
bad.
It's a beer made with pumpkin spices, so it's not over the top pumpkin-y. In fact, you might not even like discern like
Right.
a lot of pumpkin per se. It's just a little spiciness to it. So it's tasty that way.
And it's got a really good finish on the back end, like with like the barbecue we were having, the spicy kicks on the end.
Right.
Yeah. So
How does that one compare to the one you got?
Black Lantern.
Yeah, Black Lantern. It
It's
looks
quite different. It is quite.
Is it quite different?
Yeah. All right, Jesse. I think you may have the rest of what we have. So let's get all three of us on here, or all three groups. Let's go with the Blue Moon Pumpkin Ale.
All right.
Well, I was going to ask really fast. Have you guys had Belgium pumpkin spice? Is it like that one? Where it's like a spice? It's really cool. They just released
I
it.
have not tried that one yet.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one.
I haven't seen that one actually, to be honest with you.
Which one was it?
It's a New Belgium
Uh,
pumpkin spice.
Yeah,
All right,
it's like
get
a.
out your Blue Moon Harvest Pumpkin Wheat. Actually, yeah, if you do, there you go, Candace. Thank you.
We're farther away.
We're much further away. There you go, Jesse. Perfect. All right, we're gonna pour some out. We're not gonna make too much. I'm not gonna pour too much because we got a lot of beers to get through. And I've already had like 2 or 3 of these throughout the past week. Because I bought a 6-pack and he bought a 6-pack, and I was like, we only need 1 beer per panel. But
I bought the 6-pack and you forgot that I bought the 6-pack. That's
hey, however the story goes, this is how it is.
Yeah, once again, this does not have that great of head. It doesn't pour nicely. It's not as pretty as the one that you just had, Jesse. So I'm one of those, like, if to have at least like a 1/4 inch of froth and head to make it feel.
I'm also not a big wheat fan, so you kind of lost me with it being wheat. So
There's
It's okay.
little to no aroma to it.
Yeah.
There's not much on the back end. Like we were talking about, this, like kind of like with Dogfish, this is probably a type of beer that they said, let's get out. Let's get a first batch out this year, see how we do, see what kind of feedback we get, and then we'll change the formula next year and try to come out with something a little bit heading towards something good. Now, this is a really light.
yeah, this is really mild.
Yeah.
Like there's no
Really.
really
Yeah.
no. And, I mean, and it's not even like I can't even hardly taste the pumpkin. It's more spicy.
Yeah, it is more spicy.
Yeah.
And it's for Rob's sake, it's really low. It's 5.7 ABV. So
well, it's commercial, right? So it's like
it's,
No buzz.
it's commercial.
Right. Yeah. In a commercial beer, you're not going to get a whole lot of
that's
it.
why you can find
But,
it everywhere. So
Yeah, that's why you can find it in 12 packs and 24 packs. And
So is this something that would be like an ATV or?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, in fact, that's where I found it was ATBR. Not too bad. There's a little bit of spice at the end, but I think everyone is right. It's got low head. It's got mild taste. It's got very little follow through. And so let's go to Candace. 1 out of 10. What do you give it?
This is basic. So I give this like a 3. I mean, I don't know. I probably would drink it over this Shipyard. I'm really not a fan of it.
You're gonna keep going back to that Shipyard. All right, 3. Jesse.
beating the dead horse.
But no, I'm like, hey, I don't know about you guys. Were you just tasting nutmeg? Because that's all I can taste on that is nutmeg.
Yeah, it
and
does
wheat.
taste like nutmeg.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it. Yeah.
All right, Jesse. 1 to 10.
3.
2 3s. James.
Yeah.
Definitely a 3. Nothing better than that.
Oh, nothing better than a 3. Rob.
2.
He's giving it a 2. Wants to be a little bit different. I'm going to give it a 3 as well because I don't like going below 3 on some of these so far. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So, good. So, Candace, please stick around. I think we got all your beers, right? Candace.
You did, but I'm excited. I'm gonna actually do beer cocktails. You guys are talking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find when I'm in the shipyard. So
That way you can get. You said you got a 6-pack of it.
yeah,
Yeah, you got to find a way to get rid of it.
yes.
They're the same bottle.
All right. We're going to go.
You can give them out on Halloween.
We're going to go with Harpoon. Harpoon, Dunkin' Pumpkin. Jesse, you have a bottle of it, so if you want to hold it up. There you go.
It was good. It was.
Yeah, you had it?
I did.
Well, I gave it.
Okay. No, but she had it.
Oh, you've had this one before, Candace?
Yeah. So my friend actually had it. In September, she had it at one of her houses. And had me try it, and it was pretty good. It's really creamy.
Would you say it's like the pumpkin donut? I think everybody's sitting on you.
I don't know. I've never had a pumpkin donut before.
I drank
I didn't know Dunkin' Donuts even did beer.
This is 5.2. Again, pretty low for everybody sitting at this table anyway, and I guess for you guys too. And so, all right, thoughts? Jesse?
Oh, do you remember that joke I told you earlier?
Go for it.
Yeah, it tastes like a white girl spit her pumpkin spice latte in my mouth. That's not good at all.
We are starting out right tonight.
You know,
I don't want that at all.
It almost has a coffee smell
Yes.
to it. You notice that?
Yeah, it's got like a coffee taste to it.
Does it? I haven't
It
tasted
does.
it.
Yeah.
But you can definitely smell it. It's like,
You know what?
you did.
So
It's like
my kids bought
I might go back to what I know.
Dunkin' cereal the other day,
Is that
and
what
it
tastes
smells.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it smells like. You can smell that. They probably use the same
It's
crap.
the same vat. It's the same vat. You just take the cereal out and say, what are we going to do with this crap? Hey, let's just slurry. Let's make it a beer.
And you know what flavor? of
Oh, yeah.
coffee?
Just call it a beer.
It's got a French vanilla flavor.
It does. It tastes like
It's like
French vanilla.
French vanilla coffee.
All right. I know I said I wouldn't go below 3, but I'm going to have to eat my words and not drink my words. Definitely not drinking this. I'm going to give this a 2.
Yeah.
Jesse?
What?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of disappointing. But I don't know what I expected of a Dunkin' Pumpkin, so yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Rob?
Man, I gave the last one a 2. I should have given the last one a 3 because this one's definitely a 2. So,
James?
Yeah, this is definitely a 2. I mean, I didn't even really taste any pumpkin. You know?
I never pour my beer out.
Like I said, for me, it was all French vanilla coffee. That was it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In a beer.
Yeah, that was in the beer. All right, so we're going to go with Infamous. This is their Pumpkin Massacre Seasonal Pumpkin Ale. I think I gave you, yeah, there you go, Jesse. Go ahead.
Oh, that's got a cool.
Yeah. Look.
That is
Ooh,
a
I like
cool
that.
can.
Yeah, it's got a
Hopefully the
cool.
beer lives up to the hype. of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the
For real.
ABV on this.
Yeah, hopefully
That's
the name Massacre they didn't massacre the recipe.
Yeah, it doesn't have it on here.
It has to have it on there somewhere.
Anyway, so he's looking into it.
I didn't bring my glasses. Can't see.
No, it's not there. Look it up.
Keep going.
Anyway, so, well, I got to open the beer. So,
Okay.
so he's going to look it up and see what the ABV is. Nice finishing on that boot. Das Boot right there. All right. We'll see how it pours now.
Oh, a little
Pretty
darker.
colors.
A much darker, little bit of head, but not much. Not like the one Jesse had, that full-grown Jack with that huge head on there.
I like the color. of it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. That pours like a commercial.
Yeah.
Wow.
That one's a 7.5. ABV.
All right, so we're moving up a little. This is 7.5. Interesting aroma to it.
What does it smell like?
To me, it smells a little more hoppier. But
Yeah, it's definitely the hoppier.
Huh.
Yeah.
but not really any more pumpkiny smell. Definitely more spicy.
Definitely more spice to it on the back end.
Yeah.
It's I wouldn't, you know what? I wouldn't call this a pumpkin of any sort, but it's not too bad when you just think of it as a beer itself. I'm not tasting a lot of spice. I'm not tasting a lot of pumpkin. I'm not tasting a lot of anything really.
Yeah, to me, it's like, so I like stouts, but I don't like porters because to me, a porter is a watered down stout.
Right.
And I just didn't taste it. This tastes like a porter to me.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It
See, I like porters.
Yeah.
But I like them on the stronger side. And this is like, to me, this is like a weak porter.
Yeah.
Is what it tastes like.
Well, that's what it says right here. A serious porter with everything you'd find in a pumpkin pie. Pumpkin Massacre is malty and dark with notes of pumpkin.
Okay.
No.
There's no
Spice. No.
No.
And everything naughty.
Huh.
I think this is the first year that they make it. So, and it's actually, the brewery hasn't been around that long. It's only been a couple of years, I think.
Yeah, they're out of Austin, so
Yeah,
they're here
yeah.
in Austin.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I was surprised to find them. No wonder there were so many on the counter. There was like available. There was like
Nobody was.
10 4-packs, and I was like, oh.
Must have been a short. There wasn't a
Well, how
lot
long's
of
it been
there.
out?
I don't know, but most pumpkin beers came out, I was saying, like in August.
Yeah, we were talking about
So-
that earlier.
But no, but like, is this new this year?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
It
new
is.
this year.
as soon as this
Are
year.
all of these from this year? Like first brew?
I
or-
think all these are first time that they put these
I
out
know.
so far that we've had.
Okay.
I know Dogfish is that this is the first time they've come out with the pumpkin beer. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure full grown and I'm pretty sure Full Grown Jack is probably their first year also. So all right, so Jesse, 1 to 10, what do you think?
I'm gonna go 5 because as far as pumpkin beer, it wasn't a whole lot of pumpkin, but as a beer on its own, it's not bad.
That's where I
Yeah, I'd give it a 5 as a porter.
From a pumpkin beer perspective, I would give it a 3 because it's just not there.
You know what? I'm thinking the same thing. I like Jesse's 5, but he's right. This isn't what I would consider a pumpkin beer. So I'm going to give it a 4, only because the beer in and of itself isn't bad at all, but it's just not a pumpkin beer. So in my opinion, it's just not there. It doesn't have it. So, all right. Jesse, what do you have left?
From what you gave me, let's see. The Stone enjoyed by
No, that one's not a pumpkin beer.
Halloween this year.
He just gave you a beer.
I just gave you a beer.
That's a free one.
I think I
Yeah.
gave you the chocolate one too. The
Oh,
Mexican
you gave him
chocolate.
the Escovecha.
Oh yeah, that beer, but that's not a pumpkin beer.
No, that's not pumpkin
That's
either.
a-
So,
yeah.
all right. So keep drinking, Jesse and Candace. I know you're drinking. We can see you. So good job. Good job.
Yeah,
We're
keep
gonna
holding the
go.
bottles up.
We're gonna go now with Wasatch Brewery's Pumpkin Seasonal Ale, brewed with pumpkin and spices. I don't think it's a very bland orange can. There's nothing to it, Candace.
And I think it's like 4 or
Uh,
5%. So
Yeah.
I think this is going to be similar.
There's
to
a little
Dunkin'.
bit. There's a
That's
little
what I
shadowing of a pumpkin on there. Otherwise, nothing. It was also $2. So that should tell you something.
that's the same people that make the Black Lantern.
Oh yeah.
There-
Really?
Yeah, it's the same people. Wasatch.
This is a. I think it's underneath the.
What are you trying to find out?
The ABV.
Oh, it's right here, 5%.
Oh, 5% ABV. So welcome to water.
I was just picturing pumpkin. And
Yeah, I was telling Javier the Black Lantern is the first pumpkin beer that I ever had.
Yeah.
And so it kind of spoiled me.
Yeah, you got spoiled. There is one, if you guys can find it and you guys watching can find it, it's called Black-O-Lantern, and it is a really good, like pumpkin and
pumpkin. It's got a coffee stout kind of flavor. It's sweet. It's bitter. It's just a little bit of everything. It's really a good beer.
Yeah.
So,
exactly,
okay,
we thought about
I'm
it, so. All right.
I'm curious to ask you, how do you feel about labels? Like, do you not care about the label, just the taste? Or like when you get a beer, do you look for like the artwork or like the grab appeal? Like, how do you guys feel?
That's a very good question. Since I did the beer review, 100 Days of Beer Reviews, I was going by the look of the can. Because I didn't, some of these types of beers, never had before in my life, never even heard of. But if the can was cool, I wanted to have it on the review so I could go, So it was all about the label.
Yeah, I'll do that for new beers. Like something I haven't tried before. If I'm looking for something new, what happened? I get something.
Gift from Zoom. You have more time.
Oh,
Are you running out of time?
I'm running out of time, yeah.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
I was afraid of that.
Anyway, my point is that I'll look at the cans if I'm trying something new at the boutique, because that's where we buy like single can beer. But if I go to a place that has, well, before COVID, the taps, well, it has to be on taste, right? Because you don't know what the label looks like. And so I'll always ask the bartender back there, what do you recommend? What do you like? Here's what I like. And I go, whatever they recommend, I try. And usually they're pretty good. So.
I'm a sucker for good names.
This
It's got a good name.
This is crap.
Oh.
It does taste like you would imagine, like, so you make a jack-o'-lantern and it's sitting outside for like a week and a half and it starts kind of stewing in its own juices.
Starts caving in on
right?
itself.
And there's like juices at the bottom. That's what it would taste like.
And then you pour that into a glass and you drink
That's
it
what
up.
it would taste like.
Yeah.
It tastes medicine-y.
Told it to me.
Yeah, it's like somebody took allspice and just put it in like a regular beer, because it's weird. You can't smell any pumpkin or anything in it, but as soon as you taste it, it's like you're overwhelmed with this spice. There's no beer flavor to it. It's just spice.
That's the thing.
It's just spice.
All right, I know I said I wouldn't go lower than a 2. I'm going to have to eat my own words again. And I'm going to give this one a 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's definitely, even though it's got spice, that's all it's got.
That's all it's got. And it's got a weird, to me, it's got a medicine-y taste, almost like menthol. And last time I had a menthol was probably,
I think my
35
description
years
was
ago.
much more graphic and,
Well, yes,
more
it was crap.
interesting.
It was
So,
crap. Rob, you going to give it a 1? Or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 1.
All right, that's 3 1s. Wow. All right.
I'm glad you guys sacrificed your taste buds for that beer. And
Yes.
we did.
Yeah, like this spit
Yeah,
bucket really
continue
went
drinking
up
what
on
was
that.
good.
We are really willing to go that extra mile, Candace. I'm just letting you know. All right, this is Punkle. This is a pumpkin pie spiced dunkel. If you've never had a dunkel type beer before, this was also $2. So you see, it must have been fantastic. Look at that big $1.99 on there. So you know it's a special beer when they already marked it down. This is from Lakewood Brewing
Out of the Dallas area.
out of the Dallas area. This is 5.9? No, 5.5% ABV. See if we can get in 1 or 2 more beers before they cancel our meeting.
Oh, a little bit more.
A little bit better, a little bit more color to it. I'll show you this in a second, Candace. Right here.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty.
Yeah, so this is good. So
These guys, I don't remember if I've had this before, but these guys make a stout called Temptress, and they make a variety of different versions of it. They make a peanut butter Temptress. They make a French porter Temptress that has like a coffee place. Great stuff. So they make awesome things. I don't think you can find it outside of Texas, but it's good.
we might have to send you a little care package, Candace.
Oh, I'll send you guys a care package too, because there's a place called Edmund's Oast here in Charleston, and they make the best peanut butter and jelly porter. I mean, I know you're not a big fan of porters,
No,
but
I'm
I'm like, I swear it's so good. It's like eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and
Nice.
having the aspects of a nice, like, I am chill.
Nice.
Um, for as good as it looks, I'm not getting much pumpkin taste to it or spice.
No,
Again, I
it's a
think
little bland.
But what is that taste? I'm trying to figure it out. There's.
I got some things that what it tastes like, but I don't think I can say it on the air.
I think it's just not enough. It's like it's got a little spice and a little pumpkin, but it's being overwhelmed by the beer itself.
It's like the little pumpkin that could. It tries to be a beer. It tries to be a beer with pumpkin and spice to it, and they just kind of miss the mark.
And it's just a beer.
And it's just a beer. It's like almost like the pumpkin canceled out the spice.
Yeah,
You just got a beer.
that's a good way. To say
So-
that.
It'd be interesting to hear what kind of hops they use, because you know how some hops are really overpowering, and so if they use hops and then couldn't keep the spice together, that's probably why it's like not attracting.
You are correct.
Was this a wheat beer?
So
Was this a wheat beer?
no, this is a dunkel. And it could be a wheat beer. I don't know what a dunkel is. Again, I was trying to expand my palate
It's kinda
during the
weird
reviews,
taste.
and so all right. So I'm gonna give that. I can't keep giving low numbers, but I just can't. I can't find anything good. I'm gonna give this one a 2.5 because again, it's not too bad of a beer. But like Jesse said earlier, it's not a pumpkin beer. That's kind of what we were here for today. So I'm going to give it a 2.5. James?
I'm going to say 2 because I'm going to go. I did that earlier with one of the other ones. It's like, you're right. It's a beer,
Yeah,
but it's not.
2 also.
All right. So 2.5. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Nope. This is House of Torment, Haunted Houses Pumpkin Ale. Unfortunately, it's also $2,
What?
but it's got a cool,
Pretty cool, yeah.
a cool thing to it. So this is, I believe, is in honor of our haunted houses that we have here. Oh, here comes
It's
Rob.
up here, right?
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do this.
And then flip to the other side.
What? That's so cool.
This is an Austin brewery as well.
Yeah, this is an Austin brewery, so they're doing it in honor of the haunted houses that they have here. This is also, I don't see where it says the ABV.
It might be covered by.
It's probably covered by the label, but well, you know what? We'll look into it, and if it's actually good,
It's
we'll
probably
tell you
low.
what the ABV
It's
is.
probably a low ABV.
But it's probably a low, and it's $2. So I'm hoping that we actually get something out of it. Trying to get as much head on.
Like I
Looks light.
think
It's
local
not bad.
breweries do.
Yeah.
It's I'm sorry, I should hold it up higher. There we go.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's got a nice caramel looking color to it. Man, our spit bowl is filling up quick.
Yeah, we have to dump that thing. Or drink it.
Oh, wouldn't that be
$10
bad?
whoever
We just
drinks up
gotta
the
drink it.
spitball.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah.
Good grace me out. What's that, Jesse?
That's how you.
Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the movie where the guy drinks the wine out of the spit bucket?
Sideways.
Oh, sideways, yeah. All right, so here's Houses of Torment, their pumpkin ale. Not much of
Oh
an
man,
aroma to
this
it.
better be good.
No,
That
No,
There's very little spice.
It's bland.
Yeah.
it's got a little bit more effervescence. Yeah, it's got a little bit of effervescence to it, but that
Disappointing.
effervescence doesn't have any flavor.
Disappointing.
I wonder if some of the breweries are just worried about overpowering it with spice and pumpkin flavor.
It could be. It could be. If
They're just selling the label.
if
Like-
this is their first try, it could be like I'm saying. They're like, let's just get it out there, get some feedback, and then we'll try to actually put out a good beer in season 2. And so,
Or it could be like I was telling you, remember I was talking about the sausage making
Mhm.
that I used to do earlier? And we used to have to put a binder in to hold the spices in. And one of the things that we found is if we didn't put a binder in, if, for example, if you would make a certain, like a breakfast sausage that had sage in it, over time, the sage would go away.
Mhm.
Like it would get, I don't know what happens to it, but it's not, it actually gets absorbed through the other stuff in there. And I'm wondering if they're making these and they're tasting it out of the vat.
And it's tasting
and then
good.
It tastes good, but then over time they're losing.
Well, and here's the
that
other thing.
flavor.
So if these came out in August, we're drinking
Exactly.
these in late October, right? So,
Exactly. So we're out there.
so that
right?
could be it too. Like they could have been better earlier on,
Yeah.
maybe.
All right, so I know what I said. I would never go lower than a 2. But I'm just gonna have to say I'm giving this one a 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the 2.
All right, he's
Okay.
nicer than we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna
so-
stick with the 2 because all of my same old nothing, no pumpkin, no spice. have
Oh.
been-
You want to get? Is it in the fridge, the big bottle?
the big bottle. Let me
All right, so we have one more left, and I hope we can get it in before the meeting gets called on us. This one is called Jonah's Relief. It's in a huge like wine bottle. So I wasn't able to get one for you, Jesse. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a big,
You said Jonah's Relief?
yeah, Jonah's Relief.
That doesn't make me want to pick up the bottle.
No. No, definitely not.
It may have a strong smell to it, and
A
maybe it's a
wang-
little bit
a
yellow.
wang to
It's
it.
got like a wang to it. You know what I mean? It just kind of.
Did Jonah have asparagus? Because then I wouldn't want it.
Oh.
It's like a giant bottle.
Is it a bomber?
I'll
It
angle
looks-
it back so they can see.
yeah,
There you go. That's
There you go.
perfect right there.
That's a
Yeah.
cool looking bottle, though.
it is cool.
Yeah, it's a cool bottle. Let's see who makes it. It's an Imperial Pumpkin Ale.
Here, open it up because we're gonna run out of time.
Oh yeah, we're gonna run out of time. So let me open it up.
We'll do the niceties after.
It's Imperial. It should be good. Hopefully.
Yes.
It should be good in ABV for sure. That's what an imperial is.
Oh, nice.
Is that what
Nice.
it implies?
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nice.
Oh, look at that.
So,
You gotta let it settle a little
Yeah,
bit.
Imperial.
you can even have
More head there.
Yeah,
Ahead.
it's got good head to it. Which insert joke here.
Definitely
Good.
smells spicier.
ooh, that looks
That's
nice.
good.
This
That's
is,
good.
This is the winner of the panel right here.
Aged with
Oh,
pumpkin, bourbon-soaked vanilla beans.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh my God, this is an 8.2 ABV, and I haven't even tasted it yet, and it's already at least a 6. That's how I'm like.
Well, it definitely has the most pumpkin flavor of anything that we've had here. It's like you can actually taste more pumpkin to me than spice.
You can definitely
Like,
taste more
it's
pumpkin on it.
Yeah.
It's got the taste of like, hey, I'm a true beer, and I'm gonna add pumpkin and spices to my true beer, and give you a taste of what a true beer with pumpkin and spices is. And you get a little hit for me. You get a little bit of vanilla right on the back end, like right at the end as you're swallowing it down. It's
That sounds
definitely vanilla.
You said there was a coffee flavor? I don't get that.
No, there's no coffee. It's just vanilla and spices and pumpkin.
Yeah, I can smell the vanilla.
Really good.
Yeah.
So again, if you can find this one,
And
you guys, Jonah's Relief. Who makes it?
Okay.
I couldn't find that. I'm gonna look it up.
what is it? 7 or 8?
8.2.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love these guys.
Save the world.
This is Save the World Brewing. They're out of New Braunfels?
No, Marble Falls.
Marble Falls.
Marble
Okay.
Falls.
Yeah. Save the World. They make a lot of saisons if you like saisons.
Saisons are good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they make quite a few different saisons that are really good. I like these guys. They're local, somewhat local. Just
All right,
a
so
few towns down.
I like the big bottle too because it tastes good and there's a lot in
and
it.
there's a lot in it.
good.
So all right, Rob, we're
We're
gonna
gonna
go
finish
finish
this. I'm going to give this an 8 on the pumpkin beer scale. So
an 8 from Rob. James,
Oh,
Oh,
compared to everything else, I'm gonna give it a 9.
wow.
a
I'm
9.
gonna give it a 9.
I'm
Look
gonna.
at this.
You know what? I'm gonna have to give it an 8. I like it. This is really what.
So
we were
Jesse,
all
you can
expecting.
look for this, or you can come back down and get some of this.
Yeah.
Save the World's a local brewery, so you'll be able to find it.
And we'll find a gift package for you, Candace.
I'll
We'll
be
get you
back.
some of our
I don't know what the
Texas
laws are about shipping beer, but
beers. I am shipping books.
Yeah.
and that one you can send that one to us.
Imperials.
Yes.
We all.
No, y'all are related. It's family heirloom.
Yes.
There you go.
I I used to send everything book rate. And that was, our mom told us how to do that for the post office. You just say it's all book rate. It's all books.
Yeah.
What does it claim? Packing. It's all books. And so you get to send it book rate, which is really cheap.
So they'll take the heavy stuff, but it's the cheapest rate for the heavy stuff.
Cheapest rate with the heavy stuff. So, and you even mark books on there. You're like, this is books.
The post office has an inspector general that might be watching this.
Well, that's true.
Podcast.
If he's watching,
Yeah.
it's all fake news. So,
oh wait, that's right. Trump's fired everybody. So
yeah, he's not.
There's nobody at the post office anymore. So.
Well, great, everyone. I'm not gonna bid you bye yet. I'm gonna stop recording here, and then we're gonna talk about what our next season will be. So, thanks again, Jesse and Candace. Appreciate it,
guys.
And then let me stop.
Hey everybody, that was the pumpkin beer tasting panel of 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this special episode of Cake and Beer. So I will have the winners, or the winner of the pumpkin carving contest next week, which I probably won't get out until late on November 1st. So I hope everyone has a good week leading up to Halloween, and then I hope everybody has a good Halloween. Please send me any special decorations or ways that you're delivering, or candy distribution as we should call it. Anything special you want to send to me, please do. I would be totally interested in that, and I would put it on the show. Always looking for new people to interview. We're moving into November next week, and so that's going to be Turkey Day. So I'm going to be looking for special people to interview, maybe some special beers come out for Turkey Day, and definitely going to keep this going and see what else I can get on here. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone that was on the show, and have a great week.